Coach, we make
my ass. Everybody ready? Move your damn ass!
Welcome in, yo. Oh my goodness, no introduction needed. Let's see this first hit. We got Rochelle literally AFK, just vibing out. Having a good time. Just vibing out. Maybe it's all a ruse. Maybe she's actually not AFK. Maybe she's going to be right. I mean, they feel confident that she's not AFK. Charger land, smoke. It's a dragon! And Rochelle's not here! I'm gonna die, bro. What is this start, man? Oh, shit, son. Okay. Certainly one way to start a match, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of ways to start a Left 4 Dead 2 match. You know, you can avoid a hit, you can get hit a little bit, you can get hit a lot, or you can just AFK and get try-capped at the very beginning. There's really a lot of options available to you. She's even got an M2 away the boomer. Look at her run through. I mean, what is the what? Let's go ahead and do roster rundowns here. For Cat Revenge, we've got I Don't Want to Be With You is Ellis's name. Coach, we've got Lucky Star with no tag. Rochelle, or with no name. Rochelle, we got Lucky Star Ice Cream. And we've also got, for Nicholas, we've got Lucky Star Sweet Emperor is what I'm going to call him. Hunter in the spit with the jockey reconnect. I mean, Cat Revenge is just eating it. They're just eating it. They said, I'm hungry. What's for breakfast? Not the best start. On the side of PP, we've actually got PP, the player, the team captain, the namesake of Team PP. He was watching. He was in the spectator, but he wasn't putting it on with this team. He trusted the rest of his team more. And those members, we've got, I'm going to call him Money. I'm going to call him 500. BCC, as well as 1US, is going to be Team PP. You can see they're tagged up quite creatively. We got PP, QQ, BB, and DD. Just getting a little bit stylish with it. But focusing on the game at hand, 82% tank. I don't know if this means that they can run it back or not. It looks like they feel pretty confident that they cannot, at least for the time being. They might run it back out and try. I think it's got to be 81 or lower. They seem to feel pretty confident as well, but they seem confident on the first hit too, and their fourth player actually was not currently playing the game. Huge hit. Yup. Oh my, there they go. There goes my hero. He will be able to jump up on top of the railing and mitigate a little bit of the spit. Basically prevents him from going down immediately. But again, that's not really saying a whole lot. And they are going to have to fight it out here. I mean, these two, we got Ellis and Coach who are basically going to be dead in the water. Now, what I want to see from BCC, I believe his actual name is CCB. Yeah, it's a little tricky. But what I want to see from this tank is I want him to see him do absolutely nothing for about 20 seconds. I want to see him just do absolutely nothing. Maybe peek out. Maybe peek out here and there. Take 25. Boom goes in. Charge goes ahead and sends it. Toss out a rock in the meantime. And you can see, okay, they're even going to have to down Ellis just to try to get him some extra HP here. But still, 2 members bleeding out. Technically 3, but Nick is about to run out. Ellis will go ahead and pop the pills. This could definitely be a wipe for obvious reasons right here. Number one being, it's going to be very difficult for the survivors to avoid hits from this tank. That being said, look at their positioning. They actually could maybe avoid the hits. Smoker is going to be very important. And he does manage to pull down Coach while Nick is not even looking. And Nick gets jockeyed on as well. Where you at, my dog? Where you at, my king? Oh my god, not covering for his teammate. Got her trapped in the corner here, just getting smacked up. And now it's all down to Ellis, really the guy who was on no HP to begin with. and he's just going to be easy pickings. And this was an absolute abject failure from Cat Revenge. Nothing short of it. Their name is Lucky Star. I would argue that their team, well, it really wasn't unlucky. Luck had nothing to do with it, if we're being real here. Let's go ahead and watch this back. Let's watch this little gem back. If you miss the start of our match and you're just now tuning in to the Remnant Cup, watch this little gem of a starting hit to kind of start us out. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Like, they got all the way outside and the hit didn't... but at least they didn't... nope, they did. Okay. No, that's cool. Okay. So, you might be noticing we are half of a chapter in and the team already has a score over 5,000. No, China does not do Left 4 Dead 2 scoring differently, although that would be cool if they did. This is a best of 2 here. Dude, actually getting... Dude, that was an amazing hit out of Lucky Star. I'm not even going to hold him. Dude, bro, that is such a sick hit out of Lucky Star. PP gives him one. That hit's going to be worth over 8%. That was just a sexy hit. Rochelle getting trapped up there. And at least they do respond with something, right? Because there was no spitter on this hit. There was, in my opinion, very low ping game. We saw this be an extremely survivor-sided game on Pacifice, where hits were not getting in at all. So the fact that they almost got 10%, and look at this, got him trapped up in this spit. I'm surprised Charge, did I miss something? I thought he would just immediately follow up on that guy who got jocked, but still going to be worth about 5%. We've got War Turtle in the house. Yeah, this match has definitely, it's been a Left 4 Dead 2 match. I can say that much for sure. That is definitively for sure. Smoker pull. Gonna catch him. Nah, we're too ready for that. The instant turnarounds on the noise cue. Boom, over. Not gonna work. Look at PP. Good recovery here. Nice shutdown of the hit. Okay, 84% engaging with the tank. Not the cleanest early game. I'll definitely say that. But that being said, Cat Revenge's early game was so incredibly disgusting and dirty in the worst way possible that this will be absolutely fine for PP. They just need to avoid getting wiped, which is definitely... they can definitely get wiped here, I will say. All it takes is a tri-cap. It can definitely happen here, but they're going to have to earn it here for Cat Revenge. This was a bit early, was it not? I don't know if I like this. We'll still get some damage in. I'm not going to go for a stairway hit. Lego John Belgium says, if the player wasn't in, shouldn't that be a do-over? On one hand, I feel you, but on the other hand, he pressed the ready up, but he said, I'm ready. Like, he literally was like, okay, I'm ready to play our match. And all the other members of his team were like, okay, we're ready, let's get into it. You know what I mean? Like, I totally understand what you're saying, but okay. He's going to go ahead and roll it in here. His name is just Lucky Star. He does not have a name. He has no name. It's just the tag of Lucky Star. He's got 2 smacks. He's got 3 smacks. Doing a decent job of trapping Ellis in the corner, but he does let him out. This doesn't look like a wipe. Well, it could be. 3k HP left. The issue is the hit is done, right? Everything else is dead. Looking like a single end cap to me. Great rock. Absolutely magnificent rock. They're going to slow down the tempo, which actually lets Cat Revenge start getting their SIs back up. Well done by Cat Revenge. 400 HP on the tank. They finally start picking up. He's going to eat a rock. He's going to eat a charge. I mean, why did we wait? You know, the outcome would have been the same as far as eating a rock. Another rock eaten. Huge question mark here for PP. Amazingly done by Cat Revenge to manipulate that situation. I really feel like that should have just been an ink cap, and that's that. But able to hold on to that 600 or so HP so effectively. And yeah, I mean, this is actually not at all what we saw in the first match for this best of 2. It's really interesting to see. Courtyard hit. Jockey trying to get in there. He's going to get into the way. And that'll be that. That will be that. Very modest amount of points on the board here for PP. But the thing is, you know, that first match was so damn close that even though they have thousands of points, it's still going to matter quite a bit. And I think this should put PP over the edge, over the brink. Well, hold on. Jeez, what a disaster here. This is really an area where the damage should be dying down. You know, PP should get set up. But they're so split. They had to expect that these spawns were coming out over here as they limp forward. I don't know, man. I would have liked, you know, maybe stand in the middle here with one blocking there. Hey, it is what it is. We're going to have another attempt. 2-2. Smoker Hunter. I mean, really pushed up. This gives such an easy cap for the Hunter. Spitter is going to be able to nail it. It is just a little bit of an aim issue for the Spitter. I would have loved to see it just drop in the doorway there. Maybe they could have got all the bonus taken away if that Spitter could have done that. Kind of some issues, in my opinion, as far as PP's setup there in the second half of this chapter. Really inviting some hits that were not on their terms when they had the opportunity to set it up on their terms. But let's see this last hit. Charge or Hunter Jockey, can they shut it down? Okay. And there goes another, you know, percentage off the DB. There goes a little bit of extra damage taken back by Cat Revenge. They're still going to walk in with about 500 points, which is a little bit less than doubling the score of of Cat Revenge, aka Lucky Star. Great scoreline for them. Going to put us in a 20-point match after 5 chapters. You got to love it. As we watch back the replay, this tank looked dead in the water. Decent setup. Got the smoker. I wish I had watched that smoker. But regardless, he gets a good number of smacks basically all over the place. Double. Yeah, I mean, this tank just tearing through. %78 tank. I am so ready for this tank. Assuming that they get to their setup position for the survivors. It's really fun to watch the exchange between the survivors and the tank, because you got the tank coming from the lower level, so all the survivors try to get set up on top. Okay. Spitter, Charger, Jockey, and Hunter, as we do get situated once again. Had a little bit of a spectator bug, but we're all good on that. Gonna go for some overhead drop-ins. I feel like catching your opponent off is kind of an amazing way to make this hit work. PP instead is going to opt for a pretty telegraphed setup. Hunter down below, ready to get an easy hop in. Charger ready to ghost hop over, as well as the Jockey. Spit hanging out too, to capitalize.
We need to get into the building.
Will this telegraphed hit be able to work? Because at this point, they got to be pretty confident where the hit's coming from. Interesting. Lasered. Absolutely lasered. Gonna try to catch in a Hunt Spit. Gonna be able to do it. I mean, at least they get... Look at that. Look at that. They still cash it in for 5%. Just when it looked like everything had gone wrong. It's spread around on everybody, too. Not gonna matter as much with this being such a late tank. But still, good to spread that damage around. Absolutely. We have the jockey in the sky. Oh no, he's back down to earth. They wait. And again, this is the gameplay that we saw last week, y'all, on Pacifice. It was very much like the Charger shows himself, the Charger is immediately lasered down. That was really what was going on. Interesting setup. I'm not sure if this setup has any merits over just setting up over here. I guess we'll find out. Interesting setup for sure. Not unheard of, but yeah, look at that. Rose, smack charge in the spit. Oh, we're getting trapped up in the spit as well. Rochelle thought she had a safety corner, but she didn't. And that is going to be some serious damage that they walk into.
Reloading.
You shot me.
Ammo.
Okay. What do we do now? PP has the option to be very patient with this. Interesting spot, to say the least. We've had an issue with laser down tanks. That's not going to help the situation. Bit of a head scratcher here for PP. I mean, we had a charged spit. We had a stairwell. We had this tightrope situation. They seed all of that over. Might be able to hit. No, not going to be able to hit here. And they have to let Cat Revenge through. And they've got a quad, which is not great here. It really isn't. They're going to line up. Hunter going for the Uzi player. Uzi not really on point, but they will. And that's that. Like, what? I guess they got a couple percentage out of it. I didn't love it. And look, all the SIs are dead. They wanted to... Oh, did they want to kill the Hunt quick? No. The Hunt was a tank. I thought they maybe wanted to get into the boom. Maybe he did want to boom them. But with this being done, CCB is fine. They're not going to get any pressure on the run back. Which I don't think the tank really had any pressure to start with. But I don't know. Possibilities were there. But they kind of tossed the quad away. Survivor's going to be able to climb up no problem. Boom. Got okay. Maybe not as no problem as I thought. Nice. Dude, that is so important by Ellis. The way Ellis just played that. Instead of getting triple boom, he takes the one boom for the team and immediately gets the charger clear. If his other teammates were like, oh my god, I got to help the charge guy. Oh my god, and they start climbing up and they get double or triple boom, entirely different scenario here. So you got to give props to Cat Revenge when they have the restraint to not walk into like a triple boom situation trying to clear their teammate. Look at all the chip. Let's watch tank cam. Can we? Let's watch jockey cam. Jockey dead. Tank is in. He's got Nick in the corner, but he's dead. All the SIs are dead. He's gonna hit him down. He's gonna try to corner him. Okay, I would have loved to see him just smack him all the way down there and big cap him, but I guess this is an option too. It's fine. A little over a third of the bonus left. Two. Okay. Okay. Now that I like. And it looks very similar to the hit that was in the warehouse that I wasn't a huge fan of. But, you know, with the smoke pool timed correctly when the charge wasn't, you know, trying to find a spawn, that just a very minor... This game is a game of milliseconds often. That's why ping difference is so important. Because this is a game of millisecond reactions. Smoke does a great job of muddying the waters for the charge to come in. We've got a bomb, basically. We've got a bomb of a hit with 95% of the DB left, 3 players with the DB wide open. This needs to be diffused by the survivors before they walk it in. Last chance hit here for PP. They've got some bomb diffusing to do. It looks like PP wants to go all in on the front end. Just stack up on one, maybe. Charge misses his spawn as he drops through. He is going to be able to roll it. Oh, man, the Chargers, dude.
This ain't right.
Hate to lose that core part of the hit. And they will be able to get in with almost 1,000 points. Big smack as far as points go, 940. Me trying to get the tank cam, but I'm on 300 ping, so I'm like, So the smoke pull down. Jockey just does absolutely nothing. I think the plan for this Jockey was to try to like bring Rochelle down the stairs or something. I really don't know what the plan was with this Jockey. But we're gonna go back to live. Again, big damage potential, but extremely telegraphed hit out of Cat Revenge. If PP stays locked in as a team, as a unit, and vaporizes these SIs as they drop in on their heads, should be no problem. But I think the Hunter is really the crux of the set, because you got the Hunter pouncing around. You can see he's more in the shadows because he realizes he needs to give sound cues while the Charge and the Jockey are dropping in. If the Hunter's not going to go in, he at least needs to give sound cues over here. Draw some guns over here. Get the shotguns, trying to skeet a Hunter while the Charge is dropping in on the others or on them. They let them through so far. Wow. Wow, with the stumble. Okay. Oh, he still manages to get it. Takes him all the way to Egypt. One. I don't know if he actually got that one smackdown, but it's still going to be huge damage. Over 5%.
Taking an extra pistol.
Three, 1. Very tame hit. I love this. Just send it in quick, get it over with. They still get a couple smoke ticks. Hunter even tries to drop in and get some scratches, which I love. Cat Revenge sacks it very, very quickly. No delay, and they also get a good few percentage points from it. So that is a not approved hit out of Cat Revenge. They're doing very well for themselves so far. Dropping PP down below 90%. And they've got their next hit ready to go. It's going to be a hell of a lot better than it was earlier. Jockey, Hunter, Charger, Spit. Let's see it from the crew. Charge gets in there. Spit. Dude, how was that 10%? Wait, what? Am I missing something? What happened there?
Ammunition.
Come on, people. Come on.
Why did they drop down an extra 4% right there? Anyways, dude, PP is just, ooh. They're bleeding it out. That much is for sure. But again, Cat Revenge goes for this hit that's like, not the hugest fan of. But CCB's taking his time. He's trying to pick the Spit, perhaps. Spit does a really good job of solid snaking his way out of there.
Reloading.
Do they get out? Look, they're leaving Rochelle in the dust. Ah, do it. They're not going to do it. I think it would have been fine. I mean, look at this. Oh, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Meanwhile, they get like 10% on the hit. I think they did it. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I do think they did it. That's my bad.
Ammo here.
Hits also, again, hits going to be up quicker for Cat Revenge. They have a boomer. They have a smoker. With 5% left for the tank to come in, This is dangerous now for PP. This is, and they have a spit too. Very dangerous situation. Spit's gonna block. Oh, where's the tank? Where's the tank? He's got a ways to go. He's got a ways to go. Nothing too major here. Boom, Smoke still alive. They do let them through. Boom, ready to fountain in. One boom. That's all they're gonna worry about. Smoke is gonna save because we got the smoke pull down on this stuff. Whoa! We're going down with one SI, dead for 10 seconds. We're in. What? Hoping that these 3 CIs, but dude, look at them. The CIs are vibing. Those are survivor-sided CIs, but they still get insane damage. They get a quarter on row. Lots of smackdowns on the charge. One smack onto Ellis. Dude, those were the most, like, survivor-sided CIs of ever. Did you see them partying with the survivors? There were 7 survivors during that tank because the 3 CIs were just, like, party rocking. Like, somebody brought a boombox and was just playing, like, Black Sabbath, and they were like, dude, I can't. Come on, man. It's Black Sabbath. Like, I'm vibing right now. Charger jockey. 2-2. Huge follow-up. Yep. Awkward spit. Nope. Okay. How is this round gone? As we look at the bonus, they have lost the round. BP has lost the round. It's not by a whole lot, but again, this hit's coming up. Is there gonna be a spit? It's a quad. Oh, they send it. Wow. Oh, this is so smart. This is it shows you Cat Revenge has a very strong understanding of tempo. They recognize that the survivors are slow. You know, they might even be able to in-cap Nick, who's on like 1 HP. And now they probably get another hit. With how, well, I will say Rochelle's going to be able to clear through. So they're not going to get some spawns, but they're absolutely going to be able to drop in on Nicholas right here. Here he goes. Oh, well done. I'm all over the place today. I thought that was an amazing take by PP, and then just like the box broke, I guess, from the charge, and he's swimming in the spit, and he goes down. I didn't see the line, but Cat Revenge did. Respect to them. Hats off to them. 244-point chapter win. That's going to jettison them into a nice little modest lead. As we watch this tank fight back, look at the comments. They sent in a hit because it was they sent in the tank with no boom with these 3 comments. And look at them. Look at that one. Look at that one over there on the right. He's like, hey girl. Hey girl, how you doing, coach? Been a while. Good to see you. All right. You shoot me? Why are you shooting me? All right. That was a nice little charger catch. They needed a little bit of that. All right, 83% tank. Charger, Hunter, Smoker, Boom. They do go ahead and sack in the Boom. And the Hunter. I was wondering about this. You're going to get a scratch with the Hunter and a 1 Boom to kind of slow him down a little bit. And now it's going to be a Charger, Smoker, Jockey, Spitter. So they sack. What was... I guess they really wanted... If they really wanted the spit, they did not have to sack the Hunter. In fact, if they had just sacked the Boom, they would be getting Smoker, Hunter, Charger, Spitter. So in my opinion, maybe not the best to send in that Hunter. Did they get the button? No, they run away from the spit. Cat Revenge looking good for this event. But we know it's not done yet. They still got a charger. They still got a jockey dropping, hopping in, into the way. Charge, Blaze. Oh my god. Cat Revenge looking so damn good through here. Rochelle will get locked in spit for a little bit, but look, the button's going to be able to... Oh, double boom. Okay, decent recovery here from PP, as it is going to be tough for them. No, Ellis is going to be able to hold the button. Well done. And look, they lost 10%, yes, but I don't know. It looked so much cleaner earlier, but... PP was able to extend it just long enough to get another 5% in. We hang out. We wait for real Zoe. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Sitting in the smoker and the jockey. Let's get some charge. I guess they want to guarantee the charger. Yeah, you would rather have a charger than, you know, I would take a charge boom over anything without a charge here, in my opinion. Which is what they're going to be working with. 2-2. Hunter Charger, this should be a great hit. Obviously, you'd rather not have a boom, but it's still going to be great. Hunt Spit will catch. Really quick drop down, though. Like, where's the charge? Charge drops on top! I don't know if he got some melee swings or not, but they are down 15%. I'm sorry, not fit. I knew that sounded wrong when I said it. 25%. So that hit was worth a good over 10%. Hunter Jockey Smoker Spitter. Waiting for the event. I love this. I love this. PP gets another one in, but it gets shut down. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, what are we doing there?
Reloading.
Did they actually? Okay, they did. They definitely pressed the button. All right. We got the toast. Welcome in. You are tuned into map 2 of this Remnant Cup match. Very excited that I was able to cover map 2. We saw map 1 last week on Pacifice between these two teams. Scores are cumulative, so they're added together over these two chapters. This is really the biggest way to hit. With the survivors set up in this area, this is the best way to get that hit in, and they do manage to do it. Survivor. Whoa! Wait! What? What are we? There is a set of pills there, but what? Oh, where did they? What was that about? Huh? What was that split about? Okay, some kind of cybernetics engineering that is above my pay grade. Quad. Okay, very smart by Cat Revenge. They are set up inside the administration security room, ready to go, ready to shut down the quad, no problem.
It's open. Go, go, reload.
Smoke ding. I think that was just an internal misunderstanding, if I'm being real. Unless they were trying to, like, route the comments, maybe, in some kind of weird way. I think that was just them being like, let's go down into the danger room. And then the other team being like, no, we can set up right here, anti-quad spot, and then we go on. It's perfect. Boom sack. What was the purpose of this boom sack, though?
Reloading.
Yeah, the survivors slow it down. Okay, I guess the purpose is to get a nasty little hit here before the tank comes in. 4% left. They're sitting at... is this going to be a charge? Ooh, okay. Okay. Yep, the breakable wall right here. Gonna have a Kool-Aid Man charge. Oh, they pinged him! They pinged him, they know! They know. Hunter from there. Charge still comes in. They laser him down! Well done. Survivors say, oh yeah. Okay. Tank gonna be in the hands of 1 US. Can we give it up for Cat Revenge here for a second? I mean, after a pretty dreadful first 2 hits, they've had an immaculate recovery, really. taking about 10% over the past couple of minutes, actually. They're able to safely get through. They avoid getting boomed. They avoid getting surprise engaged by the tank. And they get set up over here. The tank even kills off the smoker because he's useless at this point. I believe they should have a Hunter Charger Jockey for their follow-up hit. Tank choosing not to go in because look at this SMG setup. Like, there's going to be a lot of damage on this tank when he goes in. So let's watch a tank cam here. There's no way those rocks are landing, right? There's no way. Hunter is not full HP either. They send it in all three just to get him a one corner? Yo, this is experimental out of PP to say the least. The decommit, the CHD, the certified Hikori decommit out of 1US, but it's not a full decommit. It's like a halfway decommit. I take it back. That Hikori decommit does not have certification. That is an uncertified Hikori decommit, but he does get the rock, which brings it back. He does get his surprise certification there. They weren't the biggest part of this is that they couldn't pick Rochelle back up. Normally you'd see like, okay, he gave up he decommits, he gives it up, trying to hold on. Let's focus in because he's right here, 650 HP. He goes AI. Oh, no. I like the idea from PP. I love the decommit. I love that he was able to get that rock in as well, but at the end of the day, look at the bonus here. 1,400 point chapter potentially for Cat Revenge. After Cat Revenge got mollywopped, especially on the second hit, you know, early game did not go well for Cat Revenge. They lost a quarter of their bonus right at the start, and then they only lost another quarter right there to the tank. In fact, they lost less than a quarter. So I'd think that was an amazing tank by Cat Revenge. No problem. But nice tank. This is literally hard. This is stronger than their tank right here. Cat Revenge had everything that they needed to make it work, and just a surprise tri-cap around the corner in this. Oh, man. That was disgusting. Well done by PP, catching him off guard, catching him sleeping. Still got 2 sets of pills left, should be no problem. Some jockey ticks. Terrible hit, all things considered. So they do get it out of the way. And they've got time for one more hit. It's going to be a smoker, jockey charger, and a spitter.
Do that again, and I will bury you alive.
They get nice. Very important that they get over the trash pile in time. Otherwise, you know, smoker on the ATM kind of situation. 2 survivors had kind of left them situation. But let's see it. Jockey, smoker, charger, spitter. Definitely not the most ideal spot, but they'll still land a triple cap. Jockey in the safe room. Coach goes down. Oh, man. What a hit. Right outside the safe room by PP. Bringing that bonus down, down, down to 15%.
Moving as fast as I can.
Really well done by them. To cap. Tell me, y'all, how often do you realistically see a team finding a hit right there? But in theory, it's a good spot, right? You've got the ghost spawn, or you got the rocket spawns overhead. You know, if you got a charger, you got a smoker. Smoker setups are great there as well. So I love it out of PP. Really well done to at least, you know, scrap together some major hits on the tail end. And they brought that from being a 1,400 point game down to being a 900 point game. Minus 500 bonus at the tail end of that chapter. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. We haven't seen PP's side yet, but I'm going to say that is going to be pretty damn important for PP. But the thing is, y'all, they earned it on the SI side. They did. Look at that. Oh, man, dude. Perfection on that hit. Just picking apart the survivors, punishing them so well. But we are going to go ahead and finish off Chapter 3. Now, I don't think they send in the Hunter. I didn't... Yeah, Caravenge is not going to send in the Hunter. And I think that this is smart because there's a spitter and there's a jockey in the sack order. And the way the sack order works is Left 4 Dead 1 before Left 4 Dead 2 and projectiles before non-projectiles. So that means you know that the spitter is going to come in before that jockey. You get to keep the Hunter. The Hunter stays set up. It's giving him a long time, but the stumble with the Hunter. Charger does get absolutely lasered down. What's that all about? But it's still going to be massive damage onto PP. 12%. They will definitely take that one. It continues to tally up. Over 13%. Spitter's still alive here. They're going to have a boom. Ideally, they can sack that right now, real quick. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Hello? 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 They're going to send in a full hit. Okay. It's a Poo 2. No, it's not. It's a Jockey Hunter. Jockey lands in the spit with a double boom. I think we'll see like a Charger. What will we see? A Charger, Hunter, Spitter, Smoker at this point. Do the survivors beat this though? Is it? Rochelle's gonna beat it. Rochelle's full speed ahead. No in between spawn on the charge. They block the spawns. They defuse this hit. Yo, PP, PP. Okay. What that PP do? They showing us. They completely defuse the hit. And Cat Revenge runs back, tail between their legs. Sure, they got some kind of little sneaky little jockey spit earlier on. Good job. But they give up this incredibly, incredibly, incredibly important choke point. Completely give it up because PP capitalizes. They punish. They've got to deal with this hit now, though. Hunter on one side, Charge on the other, patiently awaiting for them to climb up the stairwell. Total 90s vibes here at this shopping mall. I gotta say, I know it doesn't matter, but I'm totally getting, like, 90s vibes. Alright, that'll be that. PP completely diffuses another hit. They're doing exceptionally well. Sure, the first hit was not, like, it looked good. They did lose a little bit of it. Well, you know. These first two hits on this chapter are tough, you know? We see teams lose half their bonus from those first two hits, literally. So, I'm rocking with PP right now. Nice shutdown. Survivors choosing not to go for the danger room. They're not going to the boom room. This is kind of the old school setup. For those of y'all who didn't watch Left 4 Dead 2 competitive in, say, like 2024, no, I mean, this map has been incredibly influential in Left 4 Dead 2 competitive over the past 2 years at least. But this is actually where the survivors would typically take this before they discovered the danger room. Quad! Nice skeet. They don't set up for the anti-quad room, but they say we don't need it. We don't need it. I would estimate that PP has an advantage of around about 5 to 10% going into this tank as of right now. They still have to take a major hit.
Reloading. It's open. Go, go, go.
2-2. Hunter Charger is really all you need around here. I mean, it really is all you need around this corner. We've got a spawn in here, right? And SI can set up even in here, but they just want the security. They don't want this door getting shot. They don't want this door, you know, getting opened and blocked. They want to guarantee this. They want to force the lead. This is such a... Charge leads. I get the idea because it's so close. But it's a green ping game. Whoa. Boomer walks up and jumps on his freaking head, bro. Treating him like he's a Goomba. The ultimate sign of disrespect out of that boom. And obviously the idea with that boom was to get him to get popped and stumble him through the spit. And if they don't pop him, scratch him when he stands up and slow him down through the spit. So they definitely milked that hit. Nothing crazy, about 5%. But they're going to have a hit on the run back. 3 SIs ready to go. Smoker, Charger, Hunter are geared up. They can hit whenever. Does his tank drop in through here? No, I don't think. Well, he can try to cut him off, though. Over here, the survivors were a little bit lackadaisical. Oh, charge misses. No slow get up, but they're still going to have to get up from the Hunter. Then there's a tank. Oh, he holds it, though, because there's no SIs up. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about this area versus down below in this area? I think I'm a bigger fan of up here as the survivors. There's pretty big no-hitter potential. Or, wow, dodging that rock. Come on. What we doing, Mr. Ice Cream? Mr. Ice Cream going to be the third tank here for Team Cat Revenge.
You got to spin him around if you want him dead.
Dropping in with all the SIs dead, bro. What the hell? Taking him to the Red Flight Bar and Cafe. He's half HP. Trying to catch PP off guard, and I guess he did. There goes the DB. Charge missing. Hunter's gonna land into the rock with the jump smash. No, just keep him in the corner. Jockey carrying away. What is going on? Rochelle does manage to get the clear, but she leaves her teammate in the meantime, and the tank goes for a CHD. 900 HP left, and he's still alive. They're gonna go for a pickup, sure, but this just means more DB to be eaten out by the SI team. Oh man, PP falling to pieces here. Hunter, Boomer, Smoker. There they go. Nice little boom drop in. Manages to find 2 somehow. Rock goes in for, or Tank goes in for a rock and does go AI. But look, it's really good for Cat Revenge. PP did such a good job of hanging in there, of keeping things even, or even giving themselves a slight edge. But the situation is, you know, if you only have a slight edge, that tank is going to be able to bust it wide open if he gets in there. And he absolutely did. Charger around the corner. They do it again! Dude, that spit with the get up. Oh, but the stumble all the way out of it. Okay. I guess PP will take that one. They're like, yeah, I meant to do that. Yeah, that was intentional. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I walked into that double charge. Whoa. Okay. I love it from Cat Revenge because that hit did not... Remember when we were over here and that charge went in first and it didn't work at all? Cat Revenge said, you know what? That we're still going to try to run it back. This is still a good spot for that. We're going to stick with our guns. We're going to stay confident. And they get rewarded quite handsomely with it. And we got another drop in hit. This one missing. Dude, that was a triple cap in the making. Am I crazy? I feel like that was a triple cap in the making. Ultimately, PP is going to win this chapter by a very meager 20 points. But it's still such a close game. Less than 300 points between these two teams. About 250. Oh, we got the toast. Wait, the toasty. Is the one an I, or are you the toast one? Let's clarify that now, since you're hanging out with us so much. The toasty says, I think the spot at the bottom is better. It's more easy to cover. I'm rocking with you on that one. I'm rocking with you on that one. I can see that. I can definitely see that. I do like that spot for sure. They're both good for the survivors. Jockey, Smoker, Charger, Spit. 30% tank. Okay. And this is where the wheels can completely fall off. I do think 30% is a little bit late for the Chaos. This might just be a boring diner tank. What? Dude, Code just couch surfing, bro. Don't you know? Dude, don't couch surf on that. The spitters love to ruin your day. That hit without a charge, right? Without a charge? Well, regardless, that hit was so much damage. I got you, Toast. I got you, buddy. Alright, we got 100 Charger Jockey Boom. Let's see how they go. You see, they still got 3%. There is, I don't know. I think it's just going to be, you know, kind of running the diner, chill out. There is ATM here, though. This works the same as a car alarm. If you set this off, you're gonna ruin it for your team. Everyone's going to hate you. But PP chooses to let the survivors into the diner. But they don't start the tank. Oh, man. If they had a smoker, but I guess they would be able to easily clear the smoke dong. Boom, trying to trick them. Not going to happen. Good job holding their fire. And it is going to be a diner tank. Now, I say the diner tank is boring, right? And the reason why I say that is because there's so much stuff for the survivors to jump on. And you know, when you're jumping and you're forcing the tank to have to jump and follow you, it's great for the survivors. It really puts the survivors in an advantageous position. We've got all this area back here. You know, we got these multiple tables. We got all this random stuff to jump on. It's, in my opinion, it's really, really good for the survivors. They actually do ping this soft drink spawn, which they're a little bit worried about. And in fact, there were SIs ready to go. Charger was ready to go. They're holding. They're holding. Ellis is looking at it. Ellis is ready. No, he's still the hot charge. Gonna go. He gets him with the take smacks as well. Charge smackdowns, keeping him in the corner. Yep. And that's he doesn't get it capped. Whoa! But it's still gonna be tons of damage. Coach getting absolutely whopped. By the Whopper himself. We've got Ellis down on what, 2 HP, 4 HP. He's not even popping pills. He's just gonna hold, which is, it's a thing that you can do for sure. Maybe they want to sacrifice him. I think they do. I think they just want to sacrifice him on this first hit. You know, let him go down. He's the lead. He's gonna be the lead shot. I don't know if he's always the lead shotgun. He's either 1 or 2. So they say, you know what? If you get Hunt Spit, that's perfect for us, you know, because we're not going to get much. The enemy team's not going to get much value off of it. And with the smoker going down, I mean, this is so easy. This is a really smart by Cat Revenge. I mean, talk about making lemonade out of lemons. I really like that hit, or the way that they approach that by Cat Revenge. Really, really, really smart. It was a risk. It was a risk, but it was a calculated risk. I really respect it out of Cat Revenge on that one. Interesting. Interesting. What do we have here? Whoa. No jump. Gonna play it safe. Going for stairwell. And actually, Cat Revenge astounds me again because it's a quad. And a stairwell is actually a great place to take a quad. So Cat Revenge is, dude, it's rare that I get so monumentally impressed by the positioning of a survivor team, or you know, the strategization of a survivor team. Jockey is definitely going to get some value. That much is for sure. Oh no, he got cleared. That's the quad done. Wow. Dude, you, even if you're not a Cat Revenge fan, like, you have got to hand it to them. Those past 2 hits were just really, really smart. Kind of fringe scenarios that you don't run into all the time. Maybe the first hit was a little bit less fringe than the other, because you are going to often have players at that low HP that you didn't send as, like, shark bait. But just really smart. Really, really smart. You can see Cat Revenge is on a roll here. Ah, they closed the door on the charger, bro. Cat Revenge. Dude. Dude. Oh my god. Cat Revenge is blowing my mind. They said, we're not even gonna go in here. We're gonna let y'all have to come out here, dude. They closed the door on him. They said, why would you hide behind here if we can just close the door on whoever comes, dude? Wow. Okay, Cat Revenge. Playing like it's for money here. Playing like $100,000 are on the line here. We've got a quad scenario. Smoker on one side, Charger on the other. Okay, gonna run in. Charge no good. This jockey is definitely good though, just buying time.
Guns here.
Jockey! Watch out! Look out!
I'll try this shotgun.
The 10.42 second instant clear. I'm screenshotting that one. I'm sorry, I'm screenshotting that one. The 10.42 second instant clear. Charge spit. And obviously, this sort of hit is a lot more gruesome in a staircase than a quad would be. That being said, stumbles. Stumbles are definitely a possibility when you're on the stairwell. So it's still dangerous for sure, but you got the spit tearing through. Cat Revenge, are they gonna blunder this? Because they were up. They had so many points. Literally, they had so many points. They still got over 1,000 here. Hunter in, Charger spits, taking out the 8, and the DB is already at 0, so they hit exactly the target that they needed to with that charge spit. Wow, really well done by PP. This has been such a great tug of war. It's like right when you think that Cat Revenge has done something incredible, PP is able to swing the scales of justice right back in their favor. Just under 1,000 points, but again, this is a 700 distance point chapter. This is a diner tank as well, so the possibility that PP is able to put up more points than that is quite high. I really enjoyed this approach, but we do kind of have to keep it going here. They do have the charge. All right. Ooh, couch surfing again, bro. When will they learn? I guess it's a sacrifice that they've decided that they have to make. They've got to take the risk. I don't know. I don't know. That was an insane charger clear. I will say that much. But the couch surfing, once again, not really working out. Hunt boom, jockey charge. Last hit before the tank comes in. M2, beautifully done. Nice work. Nice work by 500.
Reloading.
You know, if 500 doesn't get that M2 right there, that hit was a different story. That jockey's getting brought all the way through the hallway, around a corner, getting a ton of free dings. And then he's also not able to clear the Hunter or the Charger. So, huge moment there for 500. Able to lock it down. Tank is going to be in the hands of Mr. Emperor himself. The Huang Di. Oh, nice attempt with the boom. Actually, dude, that was actually really close, right? To Rochelle and Nick. I felt like that was really close. Not able to get it, but imagine if they got a double boom right there. That would have been pretty sick. We've got Art in the house. My man, welcome in. You tuned into the Remnant Cup. As you can see, this is a best of 2. It's coming down to the wire here. Mr. Emperor bringing it in on Team PP. Putting it on him. Hit, ready to go. Charger around the soft drinks. They both land. Can we get the try? Look at, oh, Coach does manage to win the 1v1. But into the corner he goes, no ink caps, bro. Oh my God. It would have, obviously it would have been even better if they didn't eat the charge as well. But still. No problem for PP. The love didn't really get spread around. Just a ton of damage onto Ellis, and that was it. Ellis pops his pills. Ellis keeps it moving. Hit around the corner, 2-2, Smoker Charger. Do we see Caravan just do the charge first? Yeah, look at them. Oh, they know that this hit is so telegraphed that they're just going to pre-spawn it. Putting all their cards on the table. Except for the boom. Let's see charge cam here. Oh! No way. Survivors back it up. Keep in mind, the survivors are all like 30 ms of ping. Or low. Like, every player in the lobby is like very low ping. So, when the charger shows his face like that, there's not a whole lot that's going to happen other than the survivors backing it up and locking it down. Do we see them just jump across? Yeah, see... Survivors are going to beat the clock. They're going to drop down, but they go right to the thick of it with all these comments. The charge spin. They're going to M2 away the comment as well. Ooh, baby. And look, Nick is already almost down. And, you know, that kind of goes to show maybe part of why Cat Revenge did that. You know, stair places aren't really a place that you want to be as the survivors that much. But when you're dropping into the belly of the beast with 30 commons, PP's gonna hold. Dude, the Chinese meta has been interesting to see. Both teams choosing to take it outside. Now, in my opinion, it makes more sense for PP than Cat Revenge because PP had Cat Revenge had a smoker. So they can like pull a player down off here. They can pull a player down off here into the spit down below. They can get, you know, a charge follow-up after the smoke cooldown. There's a lot of options. So I think it does make more sense for PP to be like, nah, we're not going in there.
Reloading.
Cut that shit out.
Reloading.
Charger Hunter Jockey Spitter. Ready to go.
Jockey around.
Look at this.
Interesting hit, but the Charger misses the drop down and the Spitter gets pegged. This is dead in the water unless Cat Revenge can get some trickiness from this Charger. Nope. 1,400 point possibility from PP. If they can defuse another, I'm going to say, you know, 2 hits, then they're leading. They're potentially, I don't know if they play a chapter, I don't think that they play a chapter 5 here either. So this really is it. I don't think that finale is a possibility on this best of 2. Hunter gets skeeted. Spit with the stop. Okay, he walks through it. That was crazy. But he is going to be able to hold on to it. It's a quad. Okay. It is a quad. Not sending it on the stairwell. Because I'm assuming they wanted to get the hit up faster. Here it is, folks. It feels like it all comes down to this. They've got about a 400 point lead as far as bonus goes, and they're only in the hole about 200. So, Cat Revenge needs to find some way to take away 200 bonus. No good on the charge. Hunter gets shot down before it can connect, and that hits dead in the water. I think PP has just managed to do it. I do believe they have managed to beat Cat Revenge here in this best of 2 match. GGs are coming out. Wow, GGWP. Indeed, incredible game. And it is, by 100 points exactly, going to be PP taking that. Oh, insane come from behind win for the PP. We are loading into New Dawn here, but we're done. We're done. The match is over. 7,000, almost 8,000 points later, we are at the conclusion. This game, this was one of the, I think that this is the closest best of 2 I've ever casted in my entire life. I truly think that. I think that this is the closest best of 2 that I've ever casted in my entire life. Because last week we casted Pacifice between these 2 teams, map 1. And at that time, I didn't realize that it was a best of 2. So they played their game, and dude, it was like a 20-point differential after 4 chapters. And they called GG, and I was like, what? And then I found out that was going to be another match. And dude, the lead got switched like 3 times between these 2 teams today, after already having Pacifice last week. So this match blew my mind. Absolute pleasure to be able to cast. Huge shout out to A Blue Pigeon, aka ABP, for hosting this Remnant Cup here. China has, I believe, like a week-long vacation, or however many day vacation, and they have decided to run this tournament during that. So this tournament's going to come to a conclusion here, I think, in a couple days. I think Cat Revenge is just out of the cup at this point. Huge shout out to PP. We also had Osu versus Ave Mujica, which I'm not sure who won that one. But regardless, that is going to be that. It was an absolute pleasure. Art, I would strongly recommend, if you're like vibing out, you need some content in your life, you need like some Left 4 Dead 2 cast, this VOD is going to get, well, first of all, this VOD is available on Twitch right now. You can see map 1 right now, but I'm going to be uploading both games to YouTube. Maybe today, maybe in a couple days. I would strongly recommend you go back and watch Pacifice. That was amazing. Oh, we have A Blue Pigeon in the house saying we have 3rd place match. Okay, we're getting into it. Are we? Let me ask. I said now? Okay. So it does look like we're at our top 3 at this point. But Art, yeah, definitely watch the VOD. Pacifice match was just amazing Left 4 Dead 2 play. This was too. It looked like Cat Revenge had such a handle on this chapter 4, and they let it slip out through their fingertips. Damn. Man, it really felt like whoever dodged, if anybody dodged that charger during the tank, they were just gonna win. That's really, it's hilarious. Like 8 chapters and it comes down to that. But man, this was such a pleasure to cast. We got more of the Remnant action coming at you in the coming days. We had the Toast, who's tuned in again here today. You got to see it live. You're one of the lucky ones who got to witness all of this action live. Much love to you, Toast. Much love to you, Art, as well. It's been forever. Lego John Belgium and War Turtle as well. I didn't forget you either, my friend. Thank y'all for popping in. And of course, huge shout out to ABP, who is in the chat, who has hosted this tournament. Just an amazing guy, amazing tournament admin as well. So that is going to conclude us here. I don't think we have any more matches. I'm going to go ahead and raid y'all out at the risk of continuing to blabber on for any longer. Let's go ahead and get a raid out here. Alright, let me find Left 4 Dead 2. Let's see, we got anything for y'all? Do we have any zone mod being played right now? Maybe a Russian gamer? Maybe... anyone? Do we have anyone? Is anyone playing Cedapug right now? I'm just gonna go on Cedapug's website and find somebody. Alright, we've got a single player. Memory loves cats. Memories love cats.
As with our efforts to replace the first aid kit, replacing the pain pills item was a challenge. Initial versions of Adrenaline allowed players to run faster and perform certain actions faster, such as reviving other players. But the pills already give 50 temporary health points, which is enough for injured players to run at full speed again, so the Adrenaline needed something extra. We expanded the actions that could be affected by Adrenaline, shortening the time it takes to use health kits, defibrillators, and upgrade packs.